Hello everyone, this is Prayana Subba, Assistant Professor in the Department of History, Salesian College, Sonada. Tuning into Radio Salesian EduPod's lecture series. Today is the 6th lecture for the topic Emergence of Successor States after the downfall of the Mughals. In the last lecture, we were discussing about the rise of Sikh powers in the northern India, how they changed from the religious organization founded by Guru Nanak into a Khalsa or the military organization as compelled by the Mughal pressure. And then we were discussing how the 10th Guru was executed by the Mughals or murdered, and then how Banda Bahadur takes up the charge of the Sikh revolt. Then further we see that the Banda Bahadur was not being subdued by any of the Mughal Faujdars or any of the Mughal campaigns against them. But then Banda Bahadur also faced many challenges that was within his internal matters, like his position was now being weakened because some of the Jat Jamindars changed the sides with the Mughals. For example, the Churaman Jat of the Agra, he supported Mughals now and he changed the side. The Khatri business person, like for business, stability was to be maintained in the field of trade. Stability was a must. When stability of Punjab was being disturbed, they thought it wise to join hand with the Mughals, and that is how they weakened the position of Banda Bahadur. They were given good positions in the imperial court by Jahandar Shah and Farooq Shah. They were becoming now ijaradars or the revenue farmers. Farooq Shah also tried to use Guru Gobind Singh's widow to drive wedge between the Sikh followers and Banda. But Banda got more support from the oppressed Jat peasants who were oppressed by the Khatri ijaradars. Even then, in the year 1715, Banda Bahadur could not hold on to his challenges, and finally he surrendered to Abdul Samad Khan, the Faujdar of Lahore, and he and his followers were finally executed in Delhi in the year 1716. But even then, after the death of Banda Bahadur also, it is not like Sikh were completely subdued. We see the rise of Sikh again under the leadership of various missals. What were missals? That they were the combination or the organization based on the kinship ties. Now we see the rise of Sikh under various missals. Mughals were still weak, and taking the advantage of their weakness, Sikhs organized themselves into various missals, like the Zakaria Khan, who succeeded his father Abdul Samad Khan as the Faujdar of Lahore, as the governor of Lahore, and also Ahmad Shah Abdali in the year 1765 could not gain control over the Punjab. Like Punjab was still very much strong to be subdued by these forces. And what were the characteristics of these missals were the power within the Sikh community was being horizontally structured now. That was not centralized under one leader, but that was being divided into various missals. Whenever they would make a new conquest, like if a missal makes a new conquest, everything was being divided. Even the lowest of the soldier would get his patti or the position of land, which he would enjoy with absolute freedom. Obviously, chief would get the highest share, but even then, the smallest of the soldier had something to gain from the conquest. By 1770s, there were about more than 60 missals. Dal Khalisa, or the chosen leader, was a Bab missal. Dal Khalsa was the leader of the missal. And missals they were occasionally united. They united with themselves, and in the year 1765 they fought a battle against Afghans also, and against Ahmad Shah Abdali, and they were defeated. Like they defeated Ahmad Shah Abdali. But the power was highly decentralized. It was horizontally dispersed amongst the missals. And within this missal only, we see there was a missal, Sukar Chakiya missal, whose chief was Ranjit Singh. And then we see the rise of Ranjit Singh. By the end of 18th century, Ranjit Singh tried to raise more centralized Sikh state. He repelled 3 Afghan invasions in the years 1798 to 99 under Zaman Shah Abdali's successor. He repelled the Afghan invasions. He also conquered Lahore. He improved artillery and infantry, which were trained by European officers. By the year 1809, he bought large areas of 5 Dobs of Punjab, and he also signed treaty with British also. British recognized Ranjit Singh as the sole sovereign ruler of Punjab. He ousted Afghans from Multan and Kashmir. He subdued all the Sikh chiefs who were reduced to tribute-paying vassals. By the time of his death, his authority was recognized over the lands between Satluj to mountain ranges of Ladakh, Karakoram, Hindu Kush and Suleiman. So that is how we see among these missiles only the rise of one missile, that was Sukar Chakiya missile, and their chief was Ranjit Singh. Ranjit Singh was so strong that he bought a large territory under his domain, and his suzerainty was also over the region of Punjab was also accepted by British. He had a treaty signed with the British, the Treaty of Amritsar. But if we observe carefully, we also find some Mughal traits in Ranjit Singh's administration also. Like there was a careless mixture of Mughal and local system. Like Mughal system was also there, and their local system was also, like, it was a amalgamation or a mixture of that thing. Mughal features in organization of administrative divisions were visible. Nomenclature of officials were also same, and tax collecting system was also quite similar. If we look into the economy, trade and commerce was affluent, political stability was there, and safe passages for the traders, caravans was there. Land revenue was the major source of income. Still 40% was Jagirdari lands. Though revenue was collected through kardars, but then they did not infringe local chiefs or clans. There was no much of pressure upon them. But then a special feature about the administration of Ranjit Singh, or the administration of this power in Punjab, was delicate balance of power. It was similar to that of the Mughals. Like, the local traditional hierarchies and the central monarchy existed in a very delicate balance of relationship. They were in a constant process of incorporation. Like Khalsa attempt to create exclusive Sikh identity in that contest, they incorporated many of the non-Khalsa or Sahajdharis also in the administration. Ranjit Singh's Darbar. In Ranjit Singh's Darbar, we see the balance of not only the Sikh chiefs but non-Sikh Dogra Rajputs and the freshly recruited military commanders from peasants of central Punjab were also visible. So this balance was maintained until Ranjit Singh's death in 1839. After that, there followed a struggle for power among Sikh chiefs, and then royal family feuds were also there, and then English also interfered. So this delicate balance of power was between the central authority and the local traditional hierarchies among the local chiefs and the local powers among the local military commanders. As long as the king was alive and he was able to maintain this power, everything was going smooth. But when the king died, everything fell into pieces, and then there was another struggle for power. Like the Sikh chiefs were fighting among themselves, and then there was royal feud within the family also, and then and adding more to the pressure was the British interference. They were always in a constant look for the opportunity to gain over the position in the important position in Punjab, because Punjab was the only power which was not being subdued by the British after winning over Bengal, Marathas and Mysore. Sikh was the only power which was to be handled or looked after by the British. So finally, when Sikh also fell, and then they did not have strong leadership, they fell into the hands of English. So that is how we see the rise of Sikh also, from a transformation from a very well-known religious organization into Khalsa Brotherhood, and then their contest and then rise of Ranjit Singh, and finally after the death of Ranjit Singh, they again falling weak and finally into the grip of the British English East India Company. So within the 6 lectures, we talked about the important successor states which succeeded the mighty Mughals. Like, they succeeded, but then they were not that able enough to form a big empire. Finally, we can say that they the power divided, the power which was centralized into the hand of the Mughals, that decentralized, or that was distributed for a brief time among their hands, among these regional states, but then that power is finally transferred into the hands of the British, that we can say, because after the rise of every regional powers, we also see the decline, and after the decline we see how they went into the hand of British. So we can say that the rise of regional state, the story of the rise of the regional states was just for a brief period, and finally like we can see it as a phase of the transformation, like earlier also we mentioned, a transformation of power, decentralization of power, and also shifting of power from the hands of Mughals to those of the British. Thank you so much. With this 6 lectures, we finally end the topic emergence of the successor states after the downfall of the Mughals.
This and other episodes of Radio EduPods, Radio for Learning, are available on Listen to My Radio app at 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday and at 6 a.m. from Tuesday to Saturday. All episodes are available on Salesian TV YouTube channel. Share, like and subscribe Salesian TV, the ultimate learning resource channel.